So a lot of people ask, how on earth do you get a TEDx in the first place? I mean, how do you get on there? How do you apply? And basically, if you go to TED.com, you'll see that there are a whole bunch of events. You can find an event, and then you can go to each of those events websites, and then they'll tell you, we're accepting speaker applications right now. And then when you click on the application, basically it's just like a Google form. A Google form, it just asks you what's your name, what's your contact information. Then it says, what is your great idea? And then it says, why you? Why are you talking about this? And then it might ask you for your social media links, so your Instagram, maybe a previous video you've done on YouTube or at a different speaking event. You could create a video, and then it'll ask you, maybe your LinkedIn link, your Facebook link, your Twitter, any of that, so they can figure out who you are. See what kind of stuff you have out there, because if anybody's going to see that you're a speaker, they're probably going to look to see what you've done in the past. So they want to know that you exist out there. And then some of them will ask you for a 1 minute video on explaining what your talk is going to be about. So recently I applied to TEDx Atlanta, and I had to do a 1 minute video about my talk, and so they could see your talking style, they could see whether you're eloquent, personable, comfortable talking, because you're going to be on their stage. So connect with them, do something fun, do something that's very appealing to them. Okay, and then after that, you may or may not hear from them. You might receive a rejection letter. So when I was accepted to this one, I received a rejection letter from TEDx Key Biscayne. I had other ones out there that I just never received anything from. And I mean, I don't blame them. They have lots of applicants. Okay, and then, so for this one, I received an email that says, Dr. Abby, we've received your application. We're very interested in talking to you further about being one of our speakers. And now here is a link to our second application. So another Google form, okay? And then it just asks you more questions. You just answer them like they're a school assignment, right? You're like, these are the study questions, or like they're an interview, right? Okay, so that application went through, and then I got another email. It said, Dr. Abby, you've been accepted to the third round, which is a requirement to create your own idea of who would be on Mount Rushmore, if you could do a Mount Rushmore. They said to have fun with it, so they said, be as silly as you want, or said something and just have fun with it. So I picked a fictional TV character. Just in case you want to know who I picked, first of all, I picked Claire Huxtable, because Claire Huxtable on The Cosby Show was this amazing, very well-dressed, very put-together woman who was firm, yet she never lost her composure. She always stayed just beautiful, and she could totally stick it to you without losing her poise. And I was just like, that is a role model to me, because I don't want to be a person who's assertive in a way that is mean and rude and ugly. Okay, I want to get out there. I want to assert myself. I want to share my ideas. I want to argue if I need to. I want to confront, but I never want to look ugly doing it, because that's not necessary. So Claire Huxtable was a role model for me, and I think she could be a role model for more people. Just imagine if we all could assert ourselves, share our intelligence without being ugly. Second, I did Mary Kay Ash from Mary Kay Cosmetics, because she was a rock star businesswoman during a time when women weren't big in business, and she led and managed, keeping in mind that all people have an invisible sign that says, make me feel important. And I said, what a world this would be if we all knew that everyone had that invisible sign. Third was Martin Luther King Jr., but not for the reason that everybody else has, but because I speak to Filipinos about finding their voice, and I believe that we should be known for our character, for our intelligence. And Dr. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream that my children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by their character, or something a little bit like that. So I when I look at Martin Luther King up on that Mount Rushmore, I want to say thank you for lighting that torch. I accept it, and I will carry that message on to others. So it's an inspiration to me, because I want to also do the same for Asians, Filipinos, and all those people out there who just need to find their voice. And then fourth was an 82-year-old Filipino woman who's just sweet and soft and fragile, who's a physician. And I said that when her patients came in to receive medical care, not only did they receive that, but they received love and kindness from a woman who would say, oh, it's okay, Julia, God will take care of you. You are a wonderful person, and you will be healthy soon. And that, I said, was someone I'm just proud to call my mother, Dr. Loretto. So that was the third part of the application process, to do this video on who we would put on Mount Rushmore. And then fourth was a Zoom interview with the organizers, where they each asked me a question, and I had to on the spot answer the questions, and I got to meet them, and I just said, oh my goodness, I love you guys, and they were just so sweet, kind people. So I talked to them, and actually yesterday I got to meet all of those people. But that was the fourth part, was just meeting everybody on that Zoom, and then I got the final message that it was time that I was selected. So then, just like a few days from there, I had to turn in my first draft, and here we are. Fast forward 2 months, and I'm going on stage tonight. So that is the application process for TEDx GCU, TEDx Grand Canyon University. Different TEDx events have different procedures. Okay, so this is just one, and I hope that other speakers from other events will share what they do, because the more we know, there's less uncertainty, there's more confidence as we go through this process. So hope this is helpful. See you at the next video.